Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Band Together Leadership Seminars. My name is Paul Everts. You can reach me at my email address, and I wish you would. It's BAND, the number 2 together, bandtogether at Comcast.net. Also, go to our website, which is conductingmylife.com, and you'll see that I am a Maxwell team member. So I'm certified to be a speaker, trainer, or coach. Love to come and present to you material by John Maxwell because I think better people make better leaders, and this is great information. I'm recording this on the 25th of September 2022 at 11:10 a.m. Hey, this is a house. This is my kitchen. That's my lunchbox. That's my hat. And that's a trophy. That's a trophy. Love to have a little more of a professional look. If you'd like to help me produce these videos, you'd like the message that you're hearing, BAND, number 2 together, bandtogether at Comcast.net, and get a hold of me, and then maybe you and I can do the synergy thing, which means the two of us are stronger than me doing this by myself. Holy crud. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently. The previous chapters, I have read the story that Dr. Maxwell has shared with us. I'm going to just be a little more personal and talk to you about how I interpret what he's doing. So he's got, I got to put my old man glasses on. Sorry about that. So at the end of each chapter, again, this is the 21 indispensable qualities of a leader. He's got a subject called fleshing it out. So effective leaders like Sam Walton, we're working on problem solving. Sam Walton, always rise to a challenge. That is one of the things that separates winners from whiners, and I love that quote. Winners from whiners. Which one are you? Hopefully you're a winner and not a whiner. I'd like to be a winner, and there are times that I'm a loser and I whine. While other retailers complained about the competition, Walton rose above it by solving his problems with creativity and tenacity. No matter what field a leader is in, the leader will face problems. Problems are inevitable for 3 reasons, and here are the 3 reasons. First, we live in a world of growing complexity and diversity, which is amazing because he wrote that in 1999. Do you not think we still live in a world of complexity and diversity 23 years later, if not more so? You know, I think of all the training I've had for, I don't know, social issues. We'll call that multiculturalism. And now we're calling it critical race theory, and things are just getting more and more complicated. They are. Whether or not you're pro-multicultural or you're con-multicultural, pro-CRT, con-CRT, we have decided to make things more complex, and frankly, diversity is not, I don't know, being unified. So we're having a hard time, and it's growing. All right, so we live in a world of growing complexity and diversity, which is happening. Second, we interact with people. Obviously, to go along, we got to get along. We need people to help us, and we need to help people. All right, so we work with people. And then third, we cannot control all the situations we face. Did you control the fact that you got cancer? No. My aunt never smoked. Never. Yet she had lung cancer. So there you go. I mean, we're not controlling all the situations we face. We do control, though, our response to the situations we face. So leaders with good problem-solving ability demonstrate 5 qualities. Here are the 5 qualities. Number 1, they anticipate problems, right? I hope that you as a parent, you see yourself as a leader. You anticipate problems with your child because you are an adult. And therefore, that's going to be a problem. You better look both ways before you cross the street, Johnny. Oh, that fireplace is hot. Don't touch it, Jason. Okay? You anticipate problems. As a leader, that's your job. You see leaders coming. It's not problems coming. Number 2, leaders accept the truth. People respond to problems in these ways. They refuse to accept them. People respond to problems, they accept them and then put up with them, or they accept the problems and try to make things better. Leaders must always do better. That's our job. Our job is to make things better. Better people make better leaders. People want to be around people who want things to be better. And then be careful, though. What you think is better isn't the only answer. It's one of the answers. Number 3, leaders see the big picture. So the good problem-solving people, they see the big picture. Leaders must continually see the big picture. Leaders cannot afford to be overwhelmed by emotion. Oh my goodness. Are we not seeing more emotion every day in our nation? I feel this way, so now I can hit you. I feel this way, so now I can give you this drug called fentanyl, so you can feel. I feel. Shush up with the feelings. We need more intellect. Okay, less emotion. More intellect. Oh my goodness. They handle one thing at a time. Problem solvers handle one thing at a time. Richard Sloma has this advice. He says, never try to solve all the problems at once. Make the problem line up for you one by one. Make the problems line up for you by one. That's like the saying I've been using lately. When you have two rabbits, chase one. Don't go after both rabbits. If you go after both rabbits, you have a chance of losing both rabbits. Focus on the one. I need to do that too. Number 5, the problem solvers do not give up a major goal when the problem solver is down. Effective leaders understand the peak, that's P-E-A-K, the peak-to-peak principle. They make major decisions when they are experiencing a positive swing in their leadership, not during the dark times. Bob Christian, who is an NFL player, was an NFL, he goes, I'll never decide whether it's time to retire during training camp. He knows not to give up when he is in the valley. And I've done that numerous times. I've given up when I was in the valley. And I don't feel good about that. That's a habit that I wish I would break. I need to break it before I die. And that's not too far from now. I'm 56, so I've been lucky to be blessed to be alive for 56 years. I don't think I have another 56, so I hope I can break that. That's a bad deal right there. He knows not to give up when he's in the valley. Okay, so now Dr. Maxwell wants you to bring it home. So he's going to give you ways to improve your problem-solving skills. So he wants you to look for trouble. You get better by solving problems by looking for problems. I know it's an ugly thing. I don't do that well either. But one of the ways that Napoleon got sharp was he kept doing math problems. Because he thought if he did math problems, his brain would continue. He thinks his brain's a muscle. And you work out, your brain gets stronger. So we got to look for problems. Got to develop a method. Some people have a hard time solving problems because they don't know how to tackle the problems. But here's a teach process. Each letter stands for something. Call that an acronym. T, time. Spend time to discover the real issue. E, exposure. Find out what others have done. A, assistance. Have your team study all the angles, all the possible solutions. C, creativity. Brainstorm multiple solutions to the problem. And then H, hit it. Implement the best solution. So teach, time, exposure, assistance, creativity, and then you're going to hit it. And then finally, you're going to surround yourself with problem solvers. If you are not a good problem-solving person, bring others onto your team who do like to solve problems. Those people will immediately complement your weakness, and you will also learn from them. And that's I think that's a big takeaway about life. Is we're here to learn, and we got to be continually teachable. I got to tell you, it's hard for me. There are certain things I won't give up. In fact, I did that today with one of my friends. I said, I was a Christian in 1985, and I was 19, and I went to God and said, I need help. Well, in September of 2022, I'm not going to walk away from God. I'm going to stay with God. And I've noticed that people have walked away from me, and that's a problem. So I need to solve the problem. And to solve the problem is, one solution is just not be a Christian anymore. That's not a problem-solving answer for me. I'm going to stay a Christian. Okay? I'm imperfect. I love getting the idea that I'm going to get to be excellent. I'll never be perfect. And I think that's what happens too. When you're a musician, you actually know, hey, it's always going to be this much off. So there's no such thing as perfect. And I'll strive for it. I like my doctors to have a perfect surgery on me. Yet on the other hand, I understand they're people, and people are flawed. and people have problems. I have problems. And I know. You know that. Anyway, so problem solving. I didn't read the quotes to you in the beginning of the chapter. I'm going to read the quotes and I will do my signature closing. So let's get to the quotes from the chapter problem solving. Here we go. And we are there. You cannot let your problems be a problem. John Maxwell says you can measure a leader by the problems the leader tackles. The leader always looks for one's problems, the leader's own size. True. I'm not a doctor. Why would I look for problems that doctors have that I think I can solve? No. And then John Foster Dulles, former Secretary of State John Foster Dulles, says the measure of success is not whether you have a tough problem to deal with, but whether it is the same problem you had last year. So again, one of the ways to solve problems is the choices you make. And one way that I think about that is to begin with the end in mind. Every choice you make, the choice of problems you tackle, the choice of solutions to your problem, you're responsible for that. So begin with the end in mind. Seek first to understand and be understood. Understand what the problem is first, and then seek solutions. And finally, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People don't care that you can solve every problem. That doesn't mean anything to them, as much as it means you're solving the problem because you want to help take care of them. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I hope this has helped somebody today, and I hope it's solved your problems. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.